Problem 916. You're given information about bottled water, which is a theme in this book, and you are looking at 1 gallon bottles of water. And you have a situation where there is a standard deviation of 0.02 and a level of significance of 1% in part A. So you're testing to see if the mean amount is different from the 1 gallon. So the null hypothesis is the mean is equal to 1. Level of significance is 1% and a standard deviation of 0.02. You are given a sample size of 50 bottles and you find out that the sample mean is 0.995. You can see by the conclusion that I've given you in the Excel spreadsheet, you do not reject the null hypothesis. The spreadsheet will go through and calculate the z-scores. It'll calculate the lower and the upper levels. It'll calculate the p-value. And so you do not reject the null hypothesis or fail to reject. So you can't say that it's different than 1. In part B, it gives you or calculates the p-value. And you can see that the p-value is calculated for you at 0.077. So that is done for you. And then interpret the meaning. It'll give you the same meaning, which is do not reject the null hypothesis. In part C, we've got a 99% confidence interval. So you use the spreadsheet that I gave you for confidence interval, which is different than critical values. Do not use the same spreadsheet that you just did for hypothesis testing. Go back to your chapter 8 spreadsheet and use that for the confidence intervals of 0.9877 or 1.0022. And in part, so that gives you the upper and lower bounds. And in part D, since the 99% confidence interval does contain the value of 1, you will not reject HO. So what you're doing in that case is you find out the confidence interval, 0.9877, to an upper limit of 1.0022. And because 1 falls within that, it's between the upper and lower limits. So it would be do not reject the null hypothesis.